If you want to grow your agency or any service-based business to millions per year and achieve exponential growth, right? This is what you want. Then I will show you that it's not a get-rich-quick formula that makes this marketing system and funnel work, but I will show you the exact KPIs you need to hit and the milestones you need to achieve and target so that you hit these goals with digital marketing, with sales funnels, and get every implementation step right, because that's what you need to achieve high growth, to make a lot of revenue, and also to ensure that your marketing is profitable instead of just wasting money and time. So in this presentation, I will show you, first of all, how you need to structure your offers as the foundation to build a profitable automated sales system. Then I will show you the exact KPIs of a funnel model and which steps your funnel needs so that you get the awareness in your market and the attention, that you nurture the right people through your funnel and make them trust you and ultimately buy from you. And then in the last step, this is what you see on the screen here, I will show you which results you can achieve. And last but not least, the success criteria that make sure that you achieve it. Because it's not happening overnight. It's not just a get-rich-quick formula and you put something live and everyone loves it and you are rich next day when you wake up. This will never happen. It's a data-driven path with clearly defined steps that, if you execute them right, will get you the revenues and the profits you are looking for. And it's actually a very systematic way to achieve that. Unfortunately, most people that I know, agency owners, consultants, and service providers, they just execute their marketing like throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's the fastest way to burn your money. Or they do one thing, don't get the result instantly, and they start communicating and believing that this isn't working. But it is working. The question is just, what exactly in your marketing is not working? And in this framework and with this KPI-based plan and the revenue and profit simulation, I will show you a very powerful tool that helps you identify exactly where in your marketing funnel things are not working so that you can fix it. This funnel model that I'm going to show you is also the most powerful instrument for you not to just financially model your marketing efforts and your results, but also to become the benchmark for the implementation. When you have a model that shows you exactly which KPIs you need to achieve, from the click down to all the landing page interactions you need, down to people booking a sales call and ultimately buying from you, then you can benchmark and control your full marketing and sales process and just fix what needs to be fixed instead of just being busy with all kinds of activities that make you more busy but don't get you the results. So let's jump right in. I will show you how it works. And it might sound so simple, but the first step to get your success is to define your success. If you are not clear about your goal, no sales funnel plan, not even the one that I'm going to show you, will get you there. You need to be clear about the result you want, and it starts with defining your revenue goal. I've set this to 1 million per year in revenue. And this is defining the profitability, because what the hell will you do with all the money that comes in your business if it all goes out with high costs for ad spend or for staff or for the service fulfillment? Then like all the work is for nothing. You need to make sure that your marketing and sales process is making your profits, not just revenue. And in this funnel model, I will show you how to build it, how to plan it so that you get the profits you want. In this example, 300,000 euro profit per year. All right, then let's look at the offers. Your specific offers define what you sell. Not only regarding the deliverables or the components, so what you are going to sell, which is defined here, but also the financial model behind it. You should sell your services as a packaged service, right? You should aim for a minimum profit of 2,000 to 2,500 euro in the first month to make a marketing and sales funnel with paid ads profitable. If this is too low, you are spending too much money on ads and your money will not come back fast enough, so you cannot grow your business fast enough because you are lacking money, okay? And cash is very important to grow a business. So these are typically the offers, and in most cases, we split service-based businesses into two offers. The first offer is the so-called setup offer or no-brainer offer that makes it easy for your clients to start working with you. And the second offer can be a retainer where you optimize the thing or the system you've set up for your client over the upcoming month so that you maximize the value for your client, and so this client maximizes the value for your business. Because look at it like this, you only need to spend money on ads to win the first client and sell your first offer. Once you have the client and you deliver a great service, you don't need to spend money on ads anymore. This upsell to the retainer or whatever is your next step offer will come naturally if you deliver high quality services and your client is satisfied. However, the financials behind these offers need to be engineered so that they work with paid ad funnels. And yeah, as I said, the main KPI is to achieve high enough profits. And then you want to make sure that you keep your client, for example, for 11 months additionally to the first month, which is in total 12 months, right? Easy to calculate. And that increases your customer lifetime value because in total, and I don't measure customer lifetime value by revenue, I just measure it by profitability. Okay, in total in this example, it will be 2,500 plus 16,500. That's 19,000 euro profit as customer lifetime value. Okay, and this is the revenue here, and these are the fulfillment costs. Revenue minus fulfillment cost is what stays in your business. In other words, gross profit. All right. So yeah, this is how you model the offer. And typically it makes sense to have two offers. That's the easiest way to maximize your customer lifetime value. All right, now let's have a look at the sales funnel model to sell these offers profitably through paid ads and through a sales process. Okay, let me explain that first. This is the sales funnel model. It starts from putting your ads in front of people, and that's what you pay social media platforms for. Typically on social media platforms, you pay for 1,000 impressions. That means you pay Facebook, Instagram, or Meta, LinkedIn, and other platforms for showing your ad to 1,000 people. The rest is not guaranteed. This is the guarantee you get. Now, it depends on how many other people bid and target on these audiences that you want to show your ad to, because this is what defines the price for 1,000 ad impressions. Okay, very important to understand. This is what you actually pay for. And the rest is your job to make your funnel as efficient as possible so that you convert these impressions into paying clients. And the more efficiently you do it, in other words, the higher your conversion rates are, the more profitable your sales funnel will be. And now I'm going to show you all the steps you need to have a high converting sales funnel and how to model this properly to make sure it's working profitably and not just burn your cash. All right. One word of attention. Yes, it requires an upfront investment to build and optimize this funnel. It's not like you set it up, you build your ads, you build your landing pages, you run it, and it works like magic. It can happen. I saw this sometimes, but in most cases, just to be very upfront with expectations, in most cases, you need to invest some money, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 euro to get enough traffic and enough data so that your funnel can be optimized based on data. Of course, one click and one lead and one call is also data, but it's not statistically significant. So you are making judgments based on randomness. In other words, you're just guessing. And for guessing, you don't need data. So if you have this funnel and it gets you the data, spend enough time and money to get enough traffic so that you have enough data to make a data-based decision and not just based on randomness. Okay, very, very important. All right, now let's have a look on the structure. So we talked about the 1,000 impressions and what you pay for. Then the next thing is you need to have an ad creative, a video or an image that makes people stop scrolling and clicking your ad, right? That's the first two conversions, stop scroll and click the ad. So that is measured with the click-through rate, and that should be minimum 1%. The higher your click-through rate is, the cheaper your cost per click is. Because it's simple math, it's 25 euro in this case, multiplied by 1%, it's 2.50 euro per click. So remember, you don't pay for clicks, you pay for impressions. If your ad is not good enough, you won't get clicks, so your cost per click will be tremendously high. That's why your ad creative needs to be relevant for your audience, have a good offer, have a good hook, be psychologically structured so that people are motivated to look at it, to click it, and that's how you get cheap cost per click. All right. Then the next part is your landing page. The typical conversion rate of a landing page is anywhere between 1 and 3% for getting sales calls booked. In this example, we have 1.35%, but here's a big problem with most landing pages. If you rely on a long landing page, you have no idea where people drop off. And that's why we introduced the sideway landing page, because there you can see exactly the conversion rate between the argumentation parts of your landing page, and that shows you exactly where you need to optimize it. And that looks like this. Okay, now I've expanded this part of the landing page, all right, and you see these are the 3 parts we have on every landing page. The first page is just like the packaging around your offer. It's the ultimate promise. It's what people get when they want to see more. That's the ultimate result people can expect when working with you. Okay, and that's the so-called opt-in page or soft opt-in page. That typically should get you a conversion rate of 30%. And if you don't achieve this KPI, well, you don't need to worry about all the other parts of your sales funnel and the KPIs. You only need to split test or run A/B tests for this first part of the page. The second page is the conversion rate 30% for your offer. This is how you explain the details of your offer. That's how you explain like what other clients achieved, how it works, how the process goes, what are the benefits, and you have case studies on the page. And on the last page, people can schedule a call, which is typically 15%. That's the conversion rate of the last part of the landing page, to get calls booked with 15% of people that converted on these 2 pages already. That's also how you warm them up and how you give them small bite-sized pieces of content that ensure that they also understand and consume the message, instead of just scrolling along landing page, seeing the contact form and having no idea what they should do and why they should book a call. So the sideway landing page makes psychologically a lot of sense, and it makes it a lot easier for you to systematically optimize the conversion rate of your landing page. Once it's all optimized, you can still put it together into one landing page because you know every part is optimized. Okay, now we are entering the sales part, because when a person booked a call and showed up on the call, we are entering the sales process, and that can also be broken down into KPIs so that you can measure the performance of your sales process. Okay, this whole thing is the performance of your marketing process that feeds your sales team with qualified calls, or in other words, leads if you want. And the next part is the sales process. So the typical conversion rate from a person who booked a call to a person who signed up for your service is anywhere between 20 and 30%, depending on how good you can sell and how good your offer is. And of course, how qualified your leads are. But that's why we have this lengthy funnel before people book a call, just to make sure that they show intent and are qualified and interested in your service. Now let me expand the sales process. Here we go. Okay, after persons schedule the call, now the sales process starts. And the sales process typically involves people in 2 calls. The first call is to qualify them and see if they are qualified. Otherwise, you're making a big mistake if you try to sell to people who are not qualified. They will feel sold and pushed, and your sales team, or you, if you are the salesperson, will be frustrated if you are trying to sell to people that will never buy because simply they are not qualified. There is a full separate lead quality tracking system that I will show in another video, but this is just the KPIs that you need to measure your sales process performance. All right, so let's have a look at the first KPI. This is the show up rate on the qualification call, on the first call. Just because people book a call, it doesn't mean that they show up on the call, right? People have so short attention spans that it's really tough to get them show up on the call. A good show up rate is 80%. An average show up rate or a minimum show up rate is 50%. If you are lower than 50% and you want to get your show up rate higher, don't just push people, hey, you need to show up on a call, you need to show up on the call. Instead, bring more value. Send, for example, WhatsApp messages or email messages, giving them some value up front, pointing them to important or interesting videos that are related to what they will discover in the first call, okay? So that's how you increase the show up rate, not by pushing people, but by giving them more value. And then the next step is, in this call, you give value and you identify those people who are qualified and separate them from those who are not qualified. The qualified ones, they can get another call, and those who are not qualified, they will be told nice and friendly that the service is not the best fit for them. All right. So the qualification rate is typically anywhere between 50% and 70%. All right. So we started with 50, now we have 70 because, well, if you know the numbers, you can improve them. And that's what you need to constantly get your cost in marketing and cost per sales call and cost per clients down. Okay, so the 70% benchmark is good if you get 70% of people who booked a call to be qualified. And then when they are qualified, they can get another sales call booked. That's when you close the deal if they are interested, of course, in getting a proposal or quote. Otherwise, they are not qualified and it makes no sense to create a proposal, by the way. So 90% of people who are qualified and booked a call should show up in the call. Otherwise, something is broken. You didn't qualify them properly, or you didn't sell the next call properly, or you didn't set proper expectations that the next call will be a sales call where they get a proposal and can decide if they want to start working with you or not. Right? So if you do that correctly, your show-up rate should be 90% or higher. And then from those people who are qualified, you should aim for a minimum, an absolute minimum of 40% sales closing rate. People who show up in the sales call to people who buy should be 40%. Right? We are right now at 75%. It can go as high as 80% if they are well qualified and your offer is good, but it should not be lower than 40%. And now here's the thing. These conversion rates all together and the cost per 1,000 impressions, they determine your cost per click, per lead, per call, and ultimately your cost per client. Okay, and with a cost per client that you pay in this model, you will see if your sales funnel can be profitable in this model. And don't make this mistake. Never implement a sales or marketing funnel if your model isn't profitable. This is just gambling. You can go to the casino and just play with your money. It won't work. You need this model first, and then you have each and every KPI as your benchmark for the sales process. Okay, so now you're seeing that you acquire a client for 918 euro or dollars. It's 1 and 1 anyway. Okay, so 918 euros means that if your offer, your first offer, and the money, the cash you get into your business after the sales close in the first month is higher than 900 euro, you are break even. We don't just want to be break even, we want to be profitable. And here in this example, we are profitable. We are making 1,581 euro profit in the first month after the first sale. Well, you might think, hey, that's not a lot of profit. I agree. I would also not work for this only. But if you structured your offers and your value ladder of your clients well, as I showed you in the beginning of this video, you will have the other month making your business plain profit because you don't have to spend money on ads anymore. Let me show you. Good. This is the profitability in the first month. And this is the profitability if the same client continues working with you for an additional 11 months. This is the profit you make without spending money on ads. And that's why your business becomes very profitable if you have a high customer lifetime value and you can continue working with your clients over months. Now, let me show you a negative example. For example, if you go to your offers and you sell the service in the first month too cheap, let's say for only 2,000 euro, and your cost for fulfillment are still 1,500 euro, that means you only make 500 euro profit. And that's by far not enough to make your sales funnel profitable, because look at it like this. Okay, in this model here, now you see that you're making a loss of 419 euro because, well, you pay 918 euro to acquire a client, and the profits in the first month are only 500 euro. Well, not a big problem if you have a credit card or you have investors and you want to grow fast, because you are making the profits later in the month when clients continue working with you. However, I would prefer to sleep well at night, to not depend on investors, and not just let marketing and my sales process suck all the cash off my bank account. I want to make sure that with every sale I make, my bank account increases. And that's what you can do only when you have an offer that is so profitable that you make a positive cash balance on your bank account right after the sale in the first month. All right, now let's go to the revenue and profit simulation, showing you what you can achieve once you have your offers modeled, and you sell them this way, of course. And when you have your sales funnel modeled, and of course your funnel hits these KPIs, and you work specifically on optimizing every conversion step so that your funnel hits these KPIs. Okay? Good. This is the simulation, and we assume that you spend 1,500 euro per month on paid ads in the beginning. Of course, once your funnel works, You can always increase your ad spend, and you should, because it helps you grow faster and make more money. But in the beginning, 1,500 is fine. However, the more you can spend, the faster you get all the data to have statistically significant data so that you can make decisions based on facts and data and not just based on randomness. Deciding too early when you didn't collect enough data is one of the biggest mistakes. Of course, I understand if people are impatient, I'm too, but I learned the hard way that you will always start from zero. If you make a decision and it's based on randomness, you're just making a wrong decision. Okay, so now you see that month after month you are losing money. Why is that? Hey, Manuel, you told me that I get a plan to make a profitable sales funnel. Yes, I agree. Remember, we tweaked your offer and reduced the revenue so that your offer only makes 500 euro profit. And if you need to spend 900 euro or more to acquire a client, of course you are making a loss. But even in this model, and I will show you how it works when you change your first offer to be more profitable, even if you are making a loss here in all these months, right, you are making profits month after month in the upcoming month when your clients continue working with you and spend more money with you because they get more value from you. Okay, and that's why the upsell is very important. That's how you can also get this kind of hockey stick growth. That's what happens when you reinvest some profits into ad spend. In other words, you spend more money, the more money you make, and that's how you can grow exponentially. Okay, however, of course, you need to make sure that your funnel achieves the KPIs of the model first, and then you can spend more money on really scaling it up. Yeah, now we want to see if you achieved your goal or if you need to spend more money or optimize your funnel further. This was the goal. We want to achieve the magic number of 1 million revenue per year. With our current simulation, we are not yet there because, well, we only have 461,000 euro revenue. Still okay, but it can be much better. So let me show you how to tweak it without spending a lot more money on ads. And remember, the key is to make your first offer more profitable, or in other words, increase the price so that you can sell the same thing for more money. Good, now we are selling the same service for 5,000 euro, and that means instead of just making 500 euro profit, we are making 3,500 euro profit. And that allows us to spend more money on paid ads to grow faster and achieve our goal faster. Let me show you. Okay, so now we are still spending the same amount of money. 1,500 euro is what we start with to build the funnel, optimize the funnel, and then we reinvest 5% of the profits. That's why you see that every month, right, here we start with 1,500, but then it goes up to 11,000 euro ad spend per month. Now you might say, hey, Manuel, that's too much money. I cannot spend that money. Well, you can if you are making more money from that. However, you need to get to this stage first that your funnel is so profitable to make you this money. And how to do that? I describe that in detail is by having this model and making sure that your funnel delivers the KPIs as defined in the model. There is no other way than this. Okay, so now you invest 5% of your profits or reinvest them every month. And that leads to much faster growth. Let's go on the right side and see by tweaking the offer, keeping the sales funnel model the same. You don't need to tweak your conversion rates. You don't need to spend more money on ads. You just make your offer more attractive and more valuable. Now we are here achieving our goal of 1 million euro revenue per year. And the profits are also a lot higher because, well, the offer just makes us more money when we sell it. And that's the most important part, right? Now, of course, you can reinvest a lot more than just 5% per month. And this hockey stick here will have a much steeper curve. But yeah, we need to be realistic. Also, when you spend more money, you will have much more friction in your targeting because Facebook or which other platform you might use will show your ads to more unqualified people, to colder people. And that increases your cost per click because it won't be so relevant for these people, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that is what you need to respect when you grow. We also have a number here in this financial model. It is this value when we enter, for example, 5% volatility, which means our precision of the funnel and the performance goes down by 5% for every 1,000 euro we spend on ads. Then we have also factored this in. Okay, and that's how you can get a pretty precise model. Now let me talk about the success criteria of making this funnel work, because even if you watch this video for 20 minutes or longer, you might still believe, oh, there is a magic formula. I set this funnel up and tomorrow I will be a millionaire. That's not what I'm saying. I'm giving you a tool and a framework to systematically and data-driven optimize your funnel to achieve this goal. But that requires patience and attention to detail and data-driven optimization of your landing pages. Now you got a plan, and if you want to implement and understand what it takes to hit this plan and achieve your goal of 1 million revenue per year from paid ads, then let's go through the criteria right now. So the first important part is this is a model, okay? It's not that reality aligns with your model if you don't do the work. This is a model. It's no guarantee that you achieve these KPIs other than doing the work, tweaking your funnel, tweaking your conversion rates, having better offers, having better landing pages, and having better ads, of course, okay? Then you will achieve it. It requires work, just that this is very clear. And then the funnel will need to align with these success criteria. First of all, you have to know and define your target audience, their goals, their needs, wishes, objections, and desires. In other words, you need to know your audience very well. And by the way, you can achieve this with an AI tool or with microtests to test systematically and data-driven what resonates with your audience, what their problems are, what their desires are, and what they ultimately want to achieve when they consider working with you. Then don't just talk about features or your product. You need to be able to present the benefits, the advantages of your product. Otherwise, people just seeing commoditized services that everyone sells and people don't have an idea why they should buy from you. Okay, then you have an offer that your customers really want. If you don't have a proven offer and you don't have the cash on your bank account to test and validate with paid ads, then don't go with paid ads, right? Go with organic lead generation on LinkedIn, Google, Instagram, post valuable content like this one. By the way, if you like it, click subscribe and give it a like. I would really appreciate that. Then you get also attention and people see you as a solution provider and as a valuable person. And that increases trust so that they will eventually book a call and buy from you. And when you have a proven offer that you sold multiple times, now you can increase your reach with paid ads. Okay, but you need to have money to make more money with paid ads. Of course, you need to be able to find your potential clients online. If they are just sitting in their room, don't have a smartphone, then it's impossible to connect with them using paid ads. Okay, self-explaining, just want to mention that. You need to find a channel where you can reach your ideal clients. And by the way, most of people that I work with, agencies, consultants, and service providers, they think that their audience, their potential clients are not on Facebook and Instagram, but reality shows they are. They are just not searching actively there, but if you show them an ad that talks about the problem and offers them a solution, then they will engage with that. The benefit of Facebook and Instagram is that people log in much more frequently than they do on LinkedIn, and it's a lot cheaper, and the AI is much better for targeting if you set up your funnel in the correct way and integrate your funnel to leverage AI targeting. Otherwise, of course, the AI will work against you. Okay, I digress. Let me move on with the next part. The size of your target audience should be minimum 10,000 people. Otherwise, it's too small to advertise. If you only have like 1,000 people in your target audience, just take a phone and call them. That's the easiest and most effective way to get in touch with these people. And then after you processed 1,000 people, call them again and again and again. That's how you nurture a small audience. There is no sense in advertising. Next step is what I already showed. You need to have high profit margins, which means the profitability of your offer needs to be high enough. I showed you in detail why that is important and how it works. Yeah, and then it's not just about your ads and your funnel. You also need to have a strong online presence, like your website and social media needs to look professional. It needs to be aligned with a message that people see in your ads, and it needs to show that you are an expert and a solution provider in the specific industry you've chosen. Yeah, and then I told this, I think, minimum 10 times. You need to systematically build and optimize and test your message and your funnel so that you achieve the KPIs in your funnel model. There's no way around. Okay, that's also expressed in the next step. Systematic conversion rate optimization is an absolute must-have, starting from the ad to increase your click-through rate, going down to the first opt-in page to increase your soft opt-in conversion rate, down to the offer page, and the next step offer page where people can book a call. This needs to be optimized systematically. You don't need to care about your funnel if your ad is not optimized, that's for sure. Always start with the highest part in your funnel, which is your ad, and work yourself down, just as I showed you in the funnel model, KPI by KPI, and optimize it systematically. Of course, this requires that you track your funnel data. I have another sheet where you can feed in all your funnel KPIs and you can match it against your KPIs of the funnel model. So you see in green and red light colors where you need to fix your funnel and where's the highest potential for improvement to get higher profitability and cheaper cost per lead, call, and client. Yeah, and the last part is what I just said. You use your funnel metrics to decide about implementing improvements and not emotions. I'm all for emotions, right? But not when it comes to marketing. You need to know your data and you need to optimize patiently and precisely based on the data you have, and that will get you the profitability you want. Money on the bank account is just numbers, so you need a financial model and you need to handle and treat your marketing like a financial investment. That's all it is about. Well, we covered a lot of ground. Now you know how to really plan and optimize marketing and sales funnels like a pro and how you can achieve $1 million in turnover per year with systematic and data-driven funnel implementation and optimization. Again, if you liked the video, just click like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. I'm publishing more of these videos that give you no bullshit information about marketing, business growth, and sales for agencies, consultants, and service providers. And by the way, if you want us to create this plan for you, below this video, there is a link. You can schedule a call and a person from my team will jump on a call with you and walk you through all the steps, build out this financial funnel model with real KPIs and show you what you can achieve. Again, that's not a guarantee and that's not a blind promise. That's a model. And if you want to implement it and optimize it, then you will achieve the results you're looking for and use the KPIs as your orientation to ensure that you are on track. Okay, that's it for today. I have nothing else to tell you. Cheers and happy scaling.